There's an unseen architecture woven through every moment of your existence, a pattern so subtle, most never realize it's there. Yet sometimes, just for an instant, the veil parts. You think of someone seconds before their name lights up your phone. You keep catching the same number on the clock again and again. A book slips off a shelf, and the sentence it opens to feels written just for you. And in those moments, something ancient stirs inside you, a quiet recognition that none of this is random. We've been trained to call them coincidences, accidents in an indifferent universe, meaningless overlaps of chance. But what if that story was the greatest illusion of all? What if every experience, every alignment, every accident is actually responding to the frequency of who you are becoming? That's where the illusion begins to crack. Because the moment you stop believing in coincidence, you start noticing the invisible threads connecting everything. You begin to sense that life is constantly communicating, not in words but in symbols, alignments and timing so precise it feels deliberate. Synchronicity isn't luck. It's evidence of intelligence, a living, responsive field interacting with your consciousness. Think back to the moments when you were lost or uncertain, and suddenly something appeared, a phrase, a song, a chance encounter that felt like a sign meant only for you. Before your mind could explain it, your body already knew. This means something. That recognition, that vibration, is synchronicity. It's life's way of whispering that you are not separate from the intelligence that created it. Here's what most people never realize. The universe doesn't send you signs to prove something. It doesn't perform miracles to entertain you. Synchronicity isn't here to convince you that magic exists. It's here to remind you that you are already part of the magic. And the more you pay attention, the clearer this becomes. Those coincidences only show up when you begin to let go, when you stop forcing life to unfold according to your schedule and start allowing it to move in its own rhythm. When you loosen your grip on control, when you release the need to predict the how and when, the field finally has room to reveal itself. It shows you quietly, gently, that you are being guided always. That's the paradox. The harder you chase the signs, the quieter they grow. The more desperately you try to engineer them, the more invisible they become. Because synchronicity doesn't bloom in effort. It emerges in alignment. It lives in the still spaces, where your thoughts soften, your breath deepens, and your heart opens enough to trust a greater intelligence moving through you. An intelligence that is not outside of you, but the deeper, infinite version of you, the one that already knows the way. If you've ever felt like life has slowed to a crawl, repetitive, heavy, or somehow off track, pause for a moment. Maybe it's not that nothing is happening. Maybe you've just been so focused on what's next that you stopped seeing what's already unfolding. Synchronicity doesn't shout. It whispers, softly, precisely, through timing so delicate it could never be rehearsed. You're not here to chase miracles. You're here to remember that the universe itself is alive, aware, and reflecting your own energy back to you. Every alignment you've ever experienced wasn't luck or random chance. It was resonance, the universe responding to the signal you've been broadcasting all along. Those moments of perfect timing, the right person, the unexpected solution, the gentle nudge forward. They are echoes of your vibration meeting the universe halfway. Have you ever felt stuck, like life keeps replaying the same scene over and over? The same people, the same patterns, the same unanswered questions? Maybe it isn't that you're lost. Maybe you've just been too busy searching for what's next, to notice what's already speaking to you. Because synchronicity doesn't arrive with fireworks. It moves in whispers. It hides in perfect timing, in small alignments so seamless they almost go unnoticed. We're not here to chase miracles. We're here to remember that everything around us is alive, listening, and reflecting our own state back to us. Every so-called coincidence you've ever experienced wasn't an accident. It was a mirror, showing you the frequency you were radiating in that moment. Every time life lined up effortlessly, it wasn't random luck. It was your vibration finding harmony with the rhythm of the universe. That alignment, that moment when the world feels like it's responding directly to you, is not the universe reaching out to you from afar. It's the universe echoing you back to yourself. So today, I invite you to imagine something different, that maybe life isn't happening to you at all. Maybe it's happening through you. Maybe the patterns you keep noticing aren't random symbols in chaos, but coordinates, tiny markers guiding you back to a deeper version of yourself. Every sign, every delay, every unexpected turn could be part of a conversation between your higher self and the fabric of creation itself. Because the truth is, you were never meant to live on autopilot. You were designed to participate or to co-create or to listen. And that listening doesn't begin with your mind. It begins in the silence beneath it. The more you slow down, the more you stop grasping for answers, the clearer the language of the universe becomes. It speaks through intuition, through energy, through the subtle orchestration of events that logic can't explain. To see it, you have to look beyond what your eyes can measure, and into the invisible architecture of reality itself. When you begin living from that awareness, something profound starts to shift. You stop trying to control every detail and instead start tuning in. Your energy becomes your language. Your emotions become your signal. And the universe listens, instantly, precisely. You'll notice that when your heart is clear and your actions are aligned, life begins to flow in a way that feels effortless. Doors open, paths reveal themselves. The right people appear, not by luck but by resonance, because the universe isn't responding to what you say you want. It's responding to what you are. Every thought, every emotion, every intention sends out a frequency, and that frequency magnetizes experiences that match its tone. That's why the same patterns repeat until you finally shift your vibration. It's not punishment, it's reflection. Life is not happening against you or around you, it's happening as you. And when your inner world begins to harmonize with that truth, life begins to unfold as a perfect mirror of your inner alignment. This is the real secret. Life doesn't speak in words, it speaks in reflections. And everything you see is a translation of your own energy coming back to you. The people you meet, the moments that unfold, the symbols that reappear, they're all mirrors, responding to your current state of being. When you shift your frequency, the reflection shifts too. When you soften your resistance, the flow returns. When you act from trust instead of fear, reality rearranges itself around that trust. The universe was never testing you, it was always tuning you, helping you remember the vibration of who you truly are. Every synchronicity you've ever noticed was a whisper saying, you are not disconnected. You are not alone. You are the signal itself. And the moment you finally stop searching for signs outside yourself, you'll realize the signs have been responding to you all along because you were never separate. You were always the signal. In the end, the universe doesn't speak to those who demand proof. It speaks to those who remember how to listen, pause, because the signal was never somewhere out there. It was always coming from within you.